Christie Podcast. Yeah.
G'day, Shblades. It is Dan and Christie, the podcast, live from Hype TV studios in the heart of the CBD in Brisbane Street. If you ever want to do a podcast, these are the guys that can do it for you.
They can do everything.
Robin, Jacob and Dave. I'll tell you what, they're a goulash of beautifulness. I've got a segment called Hypotheticals. We used to do this on air all the time, and it's just a hypothetical question. You just tell us what you would do in this situation, Christie Hayes. You walk into a pet shop and it's filled with every pre-established fictional pet of all time. The owner tells you can leave with one, no return policy. It costs $30 for a pet. What are you buying?
Ooh.
Hypothetically.
A fictitious pet.
Fictitious pet. Could be any fictitious pet.
Well, I mean, look, we love Garfield. I'd have to go and buy some lasagna, right? It wouldn't last long in the house.
You wouldn't buy him on the Monday, though, would you? I reckon Garfield would piss me off. But him and John have that weird connection with each other where he just reads his thoughts somehow. I don't know how.
Because cats are really, really, really smart. And any cat lover out there, because I know that there's two types of people, love cats or they prefer dogs or whatever.
Great song by The Cure as well.
Thank you.
Love cats.
I thought you'd pick up on that. Did that one just for you. But no, cats are the best. We got our cat, Alice, and we have two dogs, as you know. We have a Chihuahua and we have our beautiful little Shoodle in Maui. But cats are incredible animals. Like our cat, Alice, has been she's really sweet, though. I know some cats can be a little bit scratchy and a little bit arsehole, but she hasn't been like that. If you want to make a great rescue as well with an animal, I do recommend a cat because you can do your thing. They will let you do your thing. They're very loud if they're hungry. Like they are very demanding. But having said that, cats make great pets. So I don't know. Garfield would be my answer.
Garfield would have ringworm though. You wouldn't like that.
Yeah, well, that's true. I think our cat might as well sometimes as well with Alice. And they're also very expensive. Make sure you get pet insurance too.
Yep.
Because
make sure you neuter them too.
Yeah.
Garfield's genitals. Make sure they're not there.
What about you?
I'd have Falcor, the luck dragon from the Neverending Story. And just ride him bloody anywhere. You can choose anyone. Like, this is a hypothetical. Like, you can go any fictional character. Like, Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
All right, Mr. Ed. I'll add that to the list.
Mr. Ed. Oh, Mr. Ed would suck.
Then that's what I would do.
I see Ed people. No, but Falcor the Luck Dragon is so good. Like, I'd just ride him around everywhere and he'd just be my best friend. If you were offered $1 billion to spend 1 month completely alone with a white room with absolutely nothing to do, no sound, no entertainment, no distractions, no contact with the outside world, just food, water and a bed, would you do it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
You would do it?
Yep.
For
$1 billion, I would say to myself, Christie, every time I wanted to talk to someone or watch something, I'd just be strong, be strong, be strong, be strong. You know what? You're going to get to the end of it because, yes, of course, we need human connection.
Yeah.
Entertainment is very important too because that's how a lot of people do connect. We escape. I love the arts, as do you. But for $1 billion, I'd suck it up. And can I say $1 billion and some time alone with 3 children?
Actually, yeah.
Just sleep a lot.
It'd be like a holiday, really.
Can I say something a bit crass?
Yeah.
I
know what you do with your time.
That's what you would do though, right? Just lay there, get yourself off so you can sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep, repeat. Especially if your meals are included. I mean, this is not the worst deal I've ever heard. For a month of your time, for $1 billion, you could save the world with $1 billion.
I did say that there's no toilet, though, in saying that. There's no toilet.
Did you?
Yeah, so, I mean, you'd have to poo in a corner or something like that for a good month. Which would be fine. You could paint the walls with poo. You could become Picasso if you wanted. Or Leonardo da Vinci.
Geez, you've made the room pretty unsexy now. But look, there's people that wouldn't do anything for amount of money. And I'm pretty, I will always choose life quality over money, right? Like I'm very big on, it has to work for your lifestyle. You have to be happy. There are some things that money can't buy. It goes without saying. But there are some things money can buy, and $1 billion of your time for a month. Because what could you could literally save the world with $1 billion.
You go insane though.
Well, I already am insane, so I don't care about that. And that sounds like a husband problem to deal with when I get on the outside world.
Well, let's lock the doors here and start shitting in the corner. Last but not least, if your mum, Deb, and your husband, Justin, switched bodies and the only way to return them to normal was to have sex with one of them, who would you choose?
What is this, Bad Boy Bubby?
Yes.
Where did you get these questions
I
from?
got them from Bad Boy Bubby. I watched the first half of that film. I'm like, perfect question. But that's a bloody hard one too. Like, you know.
If I had to bang my mother or bang my husband
But Justin's
to bring
head
them.
is in your mum. Like, think about that. Or
Well-
your mum's brain is in Justin.
Can I say, though, my mum and my husband are very close anyway, like his son and daughter. Son and mother, not anything else.
Like bad boy bubby stuff.
Not like
Yeah.
bad boy bubby, but like, for
a
instance,
shame.
my mum says to me, "Oh, Christy, you and Justin won't ever break up, but if you did, we'd really miss you because we wouldn't be ever not seeing Justin." I'm like, "Thanks, mum. Like, where's the family loyalty here?" I don't know. Instead of having to bang my mum to get my husband back, can I just go in the room and get $1 billion instead? That one I would do.
You could shit on your mum. Look, I'm going to do both. I'm going to do Deb and your husband at the same time and just have a great old time of it.
Dan Christie Podcast.
Did you know research, Christy, has found that bonding over a shared dislike of a person actually has more of a sense of a connection and trust than bonding over shared interests? So have you ever been like a gossiper in your life?
I really try so hard to not be the gossiper. Like, it's hard, especially my youthful days. You would if someone brings goss to you, nothing malicious, but you would have fun, or when people are kind of having those conversations. And like, the older you get, especially after I've seen so many quotes about it, about how, what do they say? Small things, small minds discuss people, big minds discuss ideas. And so you try and get your head out of that. But having said that, yes, of course, I can definitely see how that would be a thing. People, it can be a traumatic bond with someone if you are traumatically bonding over an interaction you are both having with a human being, maybe someone in your workplace, someone in your family. I mean, how many times have we all seen that, right? The siblings might get together and bitch about parents or whatever. It's very normal. So it doesn't surprise me, this statistic or this little fun fact.
Yeah, it's an opposite attract kind of thing. It's mutual intolerance, and it does happen in humans. It's easier for people to agree on a negative program, which is, society, isn't it? Like, I've got a mutual hate of the Collingwood Football Club with all my Carlton mates, and we always talk about how we hate Collingwood. It is just easier to do that. So, but you got to surround yourself with positivity too. Like, I like to do that. Like, I don't want to fall into that trap of just being negative all the time. But it's a trauma bond in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why they say you have to be really particular, because you know how they say you are what you eat, which I don't actually agree with that expression. I think it's a biblical expression. I'm not sure where I heard it, but I heard it growing up, right? Yeah. Some people can eat very, very healthy, and their body's not a reflection of how they are preparing their bodies, because we are all different shapes and sizes and have health factors. You get my point. But you are a product of your environment. And so if you spend that time, because as you said, it's easier, people feel like they have permission and a safety net to start to be bitchy with other people, because it takes the spotlight of being looked at yourself, to be judged yourself. And so people kind of dip into this whole, well, hey, if you're talking about that person, hey, I could add this. It's so much easier to be an asshole sometimes, I think, for people than for people to go, no, hang on, we shouldn't gossip about people. That's not a nice thing to say. Buddha says that if you're going to let 3 things pass through your lips, make sure that, you're laughing at me. And
I just love that you've got all these quotes in your head. It's like, lions don't compare to sheep, and a rolling stone gathers no
I love
moss.
quotes.
Yeah, they're great.
But Buddha says that. Let 3 things pass through you when you're speaking.
Good one, Buddha.
Kindness. Is it kind? Is it true?
Yeah.
And I think it was, is it necessary? I don't know if that's the direct quote, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Basically, before you speak, make sure it's for purpose. You're either saying something kind and say something true. God, that shits me when people just get around, gossip and lie. I had a rumor going around about me once. I won't say what the rumor was, because I don't want people
Please
to go,
tell me.
oh yeah, that was definitely true. Like, it wasn't.
Was it your love of fish?
I'll tell you what it was. It wasn't my love of fish. I friggin' hate fish.
Are you the trout lady? This is what I'm alluding to.
Someone said, right, at an old breakfast radio show that I had, not this one, but a different one, that I came to work and would often take ecstasy because I was so excited and up. And I said, what are you talking about? Because one of my friends called me to say, hey, babe, there's a rumor going around about you that you come to work and pop pills, right?
Geez, at breakfast?
Can you...
That would be a different radio show. You are just full of energy, though, in the morning, though.
Thank you.
The first
More so
time I
when
met you,
was
I'm
young.
like, wow, like I'm just dead inside at that time. Like 6 o'clock in the morning, you're just like, hey, let's do a bloody great show. And you're having a great time. You're always laughing.
Well, I'm a morning person, right?
Yeah.
But no, I wasn't popping an
were.
Eckie.
You were
or whatever
shelving
it's called.
them, weren't
Yeah, I was shelving. That's what I was doing.
Sideways
So they
up
were-
your clacker. He's like, oh, yeah, we're ready for the Dan and Christie show. Back from 6.
But and that's another thing that that Buddha says is, is your reputation.
Thanks, Buddha.
Because there's one thing, your character, you can maintain your character, but you also can't often all the time maintain your reputation, because your reputation can be tarnished by something someone else says about you. So that's why you have to, as much as you can, be the honourable person in yourself to maintain your own reputation. So that way, if people bring gossip to you or they want to say nasty stuff about other people to you, Buddha would say, don't engage in that, because one thing you can do is have a reputation also where you don't participate in stuff like that, where you don't participate in deliberately trying to join the tea room and sabotage, even if you feel like it's healthy fun,
And like Buddha said, with great power comes great responsibility.
Treat your life like a VIP club. No one gets in, no one gets out. When they're in, keep them in forever and protect them and protect your circle and keep your circle small. I think Buddha said that as well.
I think Buddha said, don't eat the yellow snow cones.
Dan and Christie podcast, yeah.
And we're getting into some rude territory, so if you've got kids in the car, watch out.
Well, I've been
Not having
swearing.
enough sex may have deadly consequences. So the average person actually gets it 52 times a year. I've been dead for 20 years. But apparently it's ladies who have sex less than once a week are more likely to die early
Whoa.
than those who engage in more regular coitus.
Hang on a
as
second.
I like to call it.
So you said 52 times a year, so once a week, because there's
Yeah.
52 weeks in the year.
That's crazy.
Depends on the relationship, doesn't it? And depends on so many things. Well, the woman's probably just like, oh, I'm so tired. All right, cool, whatever. I'm not surprised that she comes, so to speak,
Oh.
at the end of the life with the lack of energy, I suppose. It is really time consuming having sex when you have children. Like the sex life that you have before and after kids, it's not that it necessarily changes for the worse. Like I have a really healthy sex life with my husband. I love him and we can't get enough of each other.
Same.
But sorry, Mum, I know you listen. But it's finding the time, like as in like you can't have sex when the kids are awake, right? Because, well, we can't, for instance. We have a 7-month-old baby.
Yeah.
We've got 2 other boys. And so we have to actually get the kids to sleep first. And then by the time that happens, it's sometimes like 9:30, quarter to 10. That is late for people nowadays, right? When life is so busy and you're so tired. And so we had to have a rendezvous the other night in the lounge room.
In the lounge room?
And it was so cold, right?
No.
Because Goldie, our baby's in our room with us in her crib. And I'm like, I'm not letting my daughter hear that. Like my guilt kicked in. I'm like, she doesn't need to hear that. And I'm talking like the whole 3 to 5 minutes of quality time with each other.
Well, do you have a spare 30 to 40 seconds? Because that's where I can't find that time. But yeah, apparently according to this research, it's due to depression really. Like it's very important for overall cardiovascular health. The people that get busy more per month are the more healthy ones.
Well, it's lovely to have sex when you can, when you're happy, when you want to, when you are with a partner, when you don't want to get intimate. Not that you can't or you don't have time, but when you, because I've experienced this before and I know a lot of other people have, there's a difference between you going, oh, wish we could just, throw each other down and have time together, or nah, I'm not interested, don't want to kiss you, don't want to cuddle you. Like when your physicality dies and you just become essentially flatmates, like that's when you go, oh, okay, we need to either fix it because we want to fix it, or we're not really invested in trying to fix it. It's a tough one, hey, because there's so many factors to a sex life. But then having said that, I mean, I once saw a doco on this couple that deliberately weren't having sex, and I'm talking 20 years into the relationship, like they were just not having sex, and they were so happy. They didn't need to have sex. They loved the relationship that they had. They had their own love language. So
I can't believe they wrote an article about me. But it does show the fact that, Robert De Niro now is like 89 or something, and he's having a great old time.
he had a baby, didn't he? Was it Al Pacino? Or maybe Al
certainly did.
Pacino?
Al Pacino and Robert De Niro both had babies as octogenarians.
I did not know that their sperm would work so late in life.
I knew their sperm would do it every time.
I mean, it's the Godfather.
Have you seen Raging Bull? He had a Raging Bull. And the funny thing is, like the good news is for their partners is they can change both nappies at the same time, both the babies and their husbands.
Dan and Christie podcast.